Hello everyone and welcome to Speaking of Diamonds. My name is Rich and today I'm at my diamond painting desk working away on my Josephine wall from Diamond Painting Deutschland, and with all 160 some odd colors here. But I got some mail and I wanted to take a couple minutes and share some of it with you guys since it's from small shops within the community, and I think it's important that we do our best to support them as much as we possibly can. Now, obviously, by buying things from them, it's a financial support that we're offering, but keep in mind that there are definitely ways that you can support small businesses without spending a dime, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But let me first make some room here so that I can show you some mail. And let me zoom in a little bit here, so you're a little bit closer to the action. So first of all, I wanted to show off my lovely, my new favorite pen. This is an Ivy Dazzler, and it is this purple and sort of caramel color with some glitter in there, and then it has, I believe it's pine cones inside of it. Now, for those of you, if you are not familiar with what an Ivy's Dazzler is, let me tell you a little bit about it, because they are a small shop within the community as well. Now, I want to take this apart and show you a little bit how it works. And I got this pen, this is the one I'm currently using for this painting, and it's like perfectly packed, so I don't want to screw it up. So I'm going to set this one off to the side and bring in another one of my Ivy Dazzlers. And this one, you can see here, it's this clear resin, and it has cinnamon sticks in the resin. So let me tell you a little bit about what an Ivy's Dazzler is. So an Ivy Dazzler is a diamond painting pen that is a resin blank, just like we have in all of our other pens, right? But what they've done, it's my understanding that Ivy and or her husband are machinists, and they were able to fashion this. So what they've done is they've taken the resin blank and they embed it with this metal post that you are able to screw a top onto. And the top has, this is your single placer, and what you do is you put your putty or wax down in here, and I've used everything from the pink wax to wax putty that Ivy sells to alien putty, and everything has worked in here. The only suggestion I have is the hole gets really small down in here, so make sure that you're cutting whatever you're putting in here into very small pieces and putting it down into the tip. And then as you screw this on, what happens is, see if I can show you here. If you look, you can see that there's putty coming out as I twist it, and it's pushing the putty out of the tip. What I like to do when I use these is I start to get that putty out, and then I just dial it back just a little bit so that my putty is not sort of like sticking out under pressure, because then it starts going everywhere. They do sell these what are called O-rings, or you can ask for them to be included. And what these do is it just makes it so that you're not holding on to like the pure thread of the screw there, and it just makes it a little bit more comfortable. They will also drill an extra hole on the other end, and you can ask them. I use the DAC multi-placers, but you can ask them. There's various options that you can have put in here. This pen I actually bought a number of years ago, and I did not have it drilled, because I actually got this with the multi-placer that Ivy sells, and I like it, but it's not my favorite. I really like the DAC one. So when I started using these, I messaged her, I asked her, hey, can I send this pen back, and could you drill it, and how much would that be? And she's like, just send it back and I'll take care of it for you. So that was really nice. But these are fantastic pens, and just to show you how much I like them. I have several, okay? And you can see that all the types of blanks, I have a Fordite blank, a Fordite blank, another just a blue blank. This is a shorter one that a lot of people refer to as a flipper. And then we have my original cinnamon one, and then this new one that I've acquired. Now, there are different shaped tips that you can have added on. This is the shape that I prefer. If you can see, they are colored appropriately for the pen a little bit. You can customize the color. You can see this one goes from purple to yellow, which sort of matches the pen. This one is all blue. And then I have like this sparkle coating on it, or rainbow coating a little bit. That just looks really cool. There are some pens that, like, I think these, well, actually all of these were pens that Ivy had pre-made on her site, and then I was just able to customize the tips here, and then of course the ends. You can send her blanks and have them made into Ivy Dazzlers, which I'm probably going to do. Now, just as a note, like this one here, the shorter one, this is super light. This one gets a little bit heavier, but it's also a little bit thicker on the resin side. This Fordite one is pretty light, but this one is a little bit heavier. So you need to like a heavy pen. And when I say heavy, I don't mean something that's going to fatigue your hand quickly, because I don't find that to be the case with these at all. You just need to want to enjoy like a solid heavy pen, if that makes any sense. But I love these because you don't need to fill these as often, because you're just twisting away here until you get to a point that you can't twist it down anymore. Then you just refill the tip with whatever wax or putty of your choice. And then of course the whatever multi-placer you're using is going to work on the end. So this is a recent acquisition, so I just thought I would share with you Ivy Dazzlers, and they are linked down below in the description of the video. Again, one of my how can I put it? It's a favorite of mine. I love Ivy Dazzlers, but it's like when there's only one Ivy Dazzler and there's like a million other pen turners. So it's like I see a lot of the pen turners first, other pen turners. Just don't forget about Ivy if this is something you may be interested in. Certainly give them a chance and a try, because they are amazing, amazing pens. Okay. So that was something that I've already opened. This next thing is something I've already opened as well. But as some of you know, Mermaids and Magic 2025 is coming up. That is an event that starts in May of this year. And the whole theme is to do a painting that is related to a mermaid and or magic. And really, it's hard to find something that is not going to fit this theme. I will post the Facebook group down below in case this is something you'd like to participate in. But per usual, Tracy's DP World is on top of it, and she has made the she's made a version of Mermaid and Magic Special Scent Ocean Breeze Scented Putty. Let me go ahead and give this one a sniff for you here. Yeah, that is smells really good, but it's a quintessential like clean, soapy, oceany type scent. It's really great. But as you know, I've talked about these before, Stacy's lily pads, or I'm sorry, Tracy's lily pads with the little frog. She has made a unicorn version to meet the magic, because unicorns are magic, of course. And she's made a unicorn version. And they come in various colors. I ordered the blue one here. And I just wanted to show you, because when I showed the lily pads, I had already been using them, but this one I have not used yet. I just want to show you this little disc here. That's a sponge. And when you add water to it, it's going to turn into this. It's going to turn into an actual sponge. I think it's so cool that they have these little itsy bitsy sponges here. But this is used, you're going to use this when you're working with ABs. And you're just going to wet this sponge a little bit. When it's wet, you can dab your pen on it, pick up your AB and place your AB, and it's going to pick up and release just like a regular drill. You are not going to stick to whatever wax or putty you're using. And by the way, my go-to is this is a 6-placer from DAC. It fits in here perfect for multi-placing of ABs. So once again, Tracy, I think these are an amazing idea. And I had originally done a video, you could see it as one of my first videos, on just using a moist paper towel. This is just so much more creative. And quite honestly, it's a little bit easier to use because you just it has a magnet on the bottom, so you can just put it on as a cover minder and have it right there. Or as I showed in my one of my last videos, you can actually take the magnet off and stick it in your tray so that when you're doing ABs, it's right there for you. It's a great invention. Kudos to Tracy. But Mermaids and Magic, check it out. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, I will link it down below. But Tracy's DP World also linked below some really amazing putty and just a fantastically ingenious idea that she's now themed as magic with the unicorns. Okay, let's see. Let's go through my other opened product here. And this is a number of release papers from Crafts with Crashly. Now, for those of you, you can see here's some Craft with Crashly's paper. This is actually something that a batch of paper I won in an auction that they had. I got some extra overrun pieces and stuff, so I used those as well. But I did get some additional papers from her. Crashly has started a what I'll call like a community section on her site that she'll take and make memes or funny pictures out of things that happen in the community and make them into release papers. So, for example, this one is called Rich versus Door. There's a long story behind this in the baby gate, but that's me. And she has that available on her shop. Then there is Wizardy Rich. So she put me in a wizard's hat for whatever reason, and this dragon's coming, and I'm very scared from the dragon. And these are, by the way, 4x4. She offers many different sizes. You can see that this one is, I think this is I don't know what it is. Is this a 4? Yeah, 4x5 maybe, rectangle. However you like to work on your paintings, this is what I always used before. And I find that, especially since I diamond paint after work a lot, just that 1 inch less of space to have to cover before I go to bed just really helps me out some evenings. So I really like this 4x4 size. And then of course here are our mermaids. That's Berta and Crashly in their finest mermaid attire. And then we get into some more serious versions. Here's the Mermaid and Magic paper for 2025 that I will use on my Mermaid and Magic canvas, which we can take a look at in another video. Because I'll show a little bit about what I'm doing and talk a little bit about events in general. But this is the J Wall. She was able to sign, or her and Kerwin, I should say, Crashly was able to sign Josephine Wall. And this is sort of a compilation of a number of her different artworks. And part of I think this part here, up in here, this is the painting that I'm working on. So of course I had to get these, and I'm doing this part as part of the J-Wall DP Along. And the DP Along, as far as I can tell, is a once a year event, so I can always pull these out and use them. But I wanted to show you one thing that Crashly has in her shop that from talking to people, a lot of people don't know this is out there, so I wanted to share this to make sure everybody knew that she had something like this. So what this is like a little photo album for release papers. Okay, so what you can do, let me get one of the release papers I haven't used, is you can store your release papers in the various pages. Okay, just like that. And that way when you are, like here's one of their, I think this may be the smallest size that they have. You could put that in here as well. So you can now have all of your release papers available for you just to flip through to see which ones you want to use. Now you could put multiple, so if you had got like a pack of 12, you could put the 12 in there, they'll fit. But what someone had mentioned to me previously is they were using something similar to this book to put just one perfect page, and then they use the rest of them. And then they just have sort of this album of these beautiful release papers that they have used at some point in their diamond painting. So Crashly does have these out there, and they're covered on both sides, and they say they're for premium release papers. But I wanted to get one of these because I love Crashly's papers. They're the best in the business, and she also makes pens, and she makes this, I forget the name of it, like ribbit something. It's like a putty to use. So definitely go check out Crafts with Crashly, and you can search, I think I just searched for album or something. You can search the site for this, but it is out there and you can definitely take advantage of it. All right, let's move on to our first package that I just got today that I want to open here. Now this is a pen because, shocker, I ordered another pen because I need another pen for sure. And this is from a company called House of Rainbows. I've come to find out that, or learn that House of Rainbows isn't quite as well known as some of our other pen turners, but Erica and her husband Craig are out in California turning pens, and they do a lot of rainbow pens because that's obviously the name of their company is House of Rainbows. But every once in a while they'll do, and there's nothing wrong with the rainbow pens. I have a number of the rainbow pens, but look at this one. Look at this stunning, stunning, stunning pen. Let me see, how can I get this to show up a little bit better? Maybe if I just come in closer. So look at this sparkle here. And then you have like this sort of red and black sort of segments, if you will. The red continues up here, and it's clear down here, but then this is like purple and green. I mean, this is just an awesome pen. This is just an awesome looking pen, and it feels great in the hand as well. This was the way that they do their drops is they will just periodically announce on their Facebook page, which I will tag below, that they're going to be doing a drop, and then you can go out there and you can take a look to see what they have, and then I believe it's you number yourself, and then they will draw, and then if you win it, you're able to get the pen. I think they may do customs and stuff like that, but certainly reach out to them. They're super friendly and nice folks, very transparent. Anytime that there's been, needing to have a delay or something, they inform people on their Facebook page and stuff. They're super helpful. So of course I got some stickers that came with it. And let's see, got a tip. Let me see what's going on here. So I got like the single placer tip, and then this, what is this, four placer. But then this is sort of their standard cover minder type thing, or just a plain old magnet with the rainbow. But they're a great small shop, a fantastic small shop. So go ahead and check them out. If you just like looking at pens, if you're in the market for pens, whatnot, just beware that you are going to see something that's going to catch your eye and you're going to have to purchase it. But it's well worth it. Trust me, they do a good job. Okay, so that is that package. Let me open up. We'll go for the big package first. And I'm going to set this on its side here just because it has my address on the front and I don't need everybody coming on over. Let me zoom back out here a little bit. And what I have here is, this is from Munimade. Now Munimade, as you know, provides some very quality canvases for the community, but they also do trays. And I'm sure that some of us have taken advantage of some of their trays in the past. And I wanted to open these up with you. Now, I have some Munimade trays already. And the way I got them was they do a periodic oops sale. That if they have an overstock, or if there's a flaw on a tray, which I have yet to see what the flaw is, you can purchase those. Otherwise, to get custom-made trays, and by custom I mean you get to pick the color, you could put things on the side, whatnot, you do have to sign up for a waiting list, and that waiting list is typically quite long. So I've been on this list for, I don't even know how long, it may be upwards of almost a year. So I took full advantage and I got my 5 trays. There's a maximum. They ask you just to, max out at 5. And we're going to take a look at these in just a minute. But what comes in the box? We have my invoice and then a nice little thank you card that talks about, thank you for the purchase, and gives you the socials and stuff like that. And then M, who's the proprietor of the business. There's also, this is cute, a little rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. This will be convenient. I like to cruise, and there's a thing going on now that you go on a cruise and you hide ducks and people find them and stuff. So maybe I'll take that on my next cruise and leave that on the ship. Let's take a look at these trays. Now, Munimade does offer 2 sizes of trays. There's a large tray and a small tray. And I've tried both of them. And I have learned that I just prefer the small tray. And so that's what I've ordered here. But let's go ahead and open this up. And this is, look at this bright, vibrant blue. How pretty is that? Now, here on the side, they will put Munimade, but it's my understanding you can have your name put there or something, whatever you want to have done with it. And let me open this up. It has a lid. Well-fitting lid. Ooh, I got the, ooh, my goodness, I'm all excited. They recently just made a change to their drill, or to their trays, and they've made the lids magnetic. So as you can see here, there's 2 magnets, and when you go to close it, and it's going to stay shut. That is a great update. Fantastic. I love that. But open this back up again. You can see that it's your typical, you have the stopper as you typically do. They also have added the, some people call this the ledge. I usually just call it the washi tape hack. If you saw, probably within the last year, people started putting washi tape at the bottom of their trays. And a lot of tray makers have started to do this. What this does is, as you put drills in, they line up, but any extras just fall onto this ledge here a little bit, and it just makes your field of drills to pick up a lot cleaner. And I really like it. So I'm glad that is part of this. Now, the large trays are basically the same except longer. They may be a little bit more narrow, but check the website for the actual dimensions. But the larger are just a little bit longer. And like I said, I like using these a little bit better. So that's why I got all small here. And I love blue, so that so far 10 out of 10 with the colors. Go ahead and check out what the next one is. I know that I made my way through her color list pretty well. This looks to be a straight color, you know, just like a regular color. This one is some type of gradient, it looks like. Now, I forget what the name of these colors are, so you can go check it out on their website. But as you can see here, sort of like this purple lid to blue to red. Open it up here. Yep, and it follows through. You can see the purple and red. So this is like a color shifting gradient color. It's beautiful. I enjoy these type of color waves in trays. You know, of course, you have your stopper as well. And then close that up. Another solid color there. What you can also do when ordering paintings from Muni-Made is you can upgrade to a like a premium tool set, and you will get one of their trays that is made to match the painting. So for example, I got a painting from them. It's called Why Always the Cows or something like that. And there's a lot of light blue in it. So I got a light blue tray. And I think you can even pick small or large there. So here we have another gradient, purple to yellow here a little bit. Fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. These are great. I love the magnets. There are times that I just have to stop diamond painting and I don't want to pour all my drills in because I still have a lot of them to go. I just pop the lid on it and it's good for the night. I also may just keep, you know, if I have a 310 heavy canvas or something, just keep one of these stocked up with 310s the whole time and just use it that way. Let's see what this one is. All right, this one looks to be a straight purple, which is cool. I like purple and blue, but these are just really solid and nicely made. And finally, in our blue paper here, see what this one is. I will say that they do offer some, they're sort of like glitter or sparkle filaments. And I have found, and not just at Muni-Made, but across the board, sometimes drills don't slide as well on those. So I tend to, when it comes to trays, I tend to shy away from those a little bit. But this one, you can see it's sort of like a blue, light blue, aqua gradient. There are, let me look to see. Yeah, not so much in these, but this one does have a little bit of a sparkle to it. But this is not a true, I don't think there will be problems here. When you have one that has a little bit more of a chunky glitter in it, that's when I find that the drills have a little bit of problem of scooching down the rows there. But these are fantastic. I love them. Well worth the wait. And definitely going to be excited for adding these to my tray collection. All right, one last one, and it's a small one, but it's amazing. I'm very excited about this. This is from Susie's Creations, and Susie has a store on Etsy. Again, I'm trying to avoid showing my address here. She has a store on Etsy, and what Susie makes is she makes, let's see, there's putties, regular, but then she does some shaped putties, and tweezers, and maybe cover minders. But I purchased a tweezer set from her because, you'll see in a moment, it's one of my favorite movies. Open this up. So it comes very nicely wrapped in this very pretty paper. Here is a sample of Simply Putty. This is Blue Cotton Candy. I've actually used another scent of this before, but it works very well. Her putty is great. That blue cotton candy smells really good. So I got a free thing of putty there. And now got the little shreds and the Easter colors. Let's go ahead and see what's in here. We have a thank you card with her socials on the back. And then, what is this? This is like is this a pen? Is this a glitter pen? I mean, it's pretty, but is it like a regular writing pen? Oh, it is. It's glitter. Look at, ooh, or it's like rainbow or something. That's pretty cool. That's a cool pen. Some Easter stickers. And another Easter sticker. And he says, his carrot says friends. And then, what is this? Easter gummy bunny candy. It's a gummy bunny, chubby bunny. What is that game? Chubby bunny, gummy bunny candy. That's fun. Thank you for the freebies there. Now let's get to the stars of the show here. Looks like, yeah, it's my invoice down at the bottom. Now, she offers individual pen or tweezers, but this is a set, and you'll see why in a second. Open this other package here. Come on. This one is not as tall as the first one, so you got to sort of get down in here. Get down in there. Get down in there. Okay, come on. There you are. Hello. Hello, welcome home. I see you. Come on out. Look at. Do you see who it is? It's Jack and Sally. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Dun, dun, dun. So we have Jack here on some silver sparkle resin here. And this is, I believe, what they refer to as a black ceramic tip, which is very nice to use. And they're not as sharp as the typical murder tweezers. But you can see here that we have, use a piece of paper here to see. We got less light up there for sure. Let's see if I can do something about that. So we got Jack here, we got some black roses down here with some silver leaves, and he is contemplating what he wants to do for Christmas. And then we have Sally here, and she's in her, you know, she's all sewn together and stuff. She's got some black roses as well with some leaves. Now the difference, so this one is the black tip tweezer. This one is what she calls a putty remover tweezer. And I have found that this shape, which I think you can see there against the box, this shape is just amazingly helpful. Now, when I showed off my last pair from her, which was the Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote, their set, and it came with this tip. I said, oh, it's a putty remover. That's what she calls it. And how I use it is if I get putty on my canvas, I just come down and I squeeze it and pick it right off, and it comes off. I don't need to mess around with, you know, one of the sharper points. And someone says, oh, I never realized you could use that. They use it to pull the putty out of their pen. Now, I don't see why you can't use that, right? Because you can certainly use the hook bit to get in here. So maybe it has multiple uses. I don't know. But I love these tweezers. You know, diamond painting is one of those things that at first it was, oh my gosh, I want all the pens. Then I got a bunch of pens, and then I says, oh my gosh, now I want all the trays. And now I have trays, and I says, I'm not going to get on the tweezer bandwagon. I'm not going to get on the tweezer bandwagon. I'm not going to do it. I don't need all those tweezers, what have you. Well then, you know, Carissa over at Chris's Craft Corner does these amazing 3D printed goods, and I got one of her tweezer holders, and as you can see, I have managed to fill up the tweezer holder. So here these are like, this is just a blunt nose, and this is your typical murder tweezers here. I can now add Jack and Sally to my collection. Not all of these are from Susie, but the ones in the front here are. I can probably put murder tweezers back in here if I wanted, or I'll probably take the less ornate ones and put them to the side. And here is my Donna Bass tweezers. But yeah, I'm not going to get into the tweezer things. And by the way, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 10 tweezer holder. I think Carissa has a 20. I am not buying that 20 tweezer holder. Cut to a month from now, I'm going, look guys, I got the 20 tweezer holder. Please, I must be stopped. I seriously must be stopped. But that is my small shop haul for today. I will post all of the places that I got this stuff down below. Please go ahead and check them out. Now, how can you support these small businesses without spending money? Obviously purchasing, but that's going to spend money. Watch for sales. I mean, they do have sales and stuff and coupons and stuff. So definitely, take advantage of that if you are going to spend some money. But even if, share this video, because the video is talking up some of these, the small businesses here. Share the video so the word gets out here that while you may not need any trays or have the funds to spend on trays, if you share it on your socials, maybe someone who sees it does, and they can go check out MuniMade and see if they want to get a tray, or maybe they want some release papers, or they want the unicorn pad, whatever we're calling that, for their ABs, or of course tweezers like we just saw. Another way to do it is just reach out and say hi to the business owners, all of them, through a website, through Etsy, what have you, or even through a Facebook group. They have a messaging or an email function. Just, hey, hi, you don't know me, but I have purchased from you before, or I haven't, but I really want to. I'm just, saving up my funds. Just want to let you know, I hope you're doing okay. I hope things are going well as possible. These companies, with the exception of MuniMade, I don't know how much the tariff situation and whatnot is going to affect Tracy or Susie's Craft. I know Crashly has said that the tariffs are going to affect them quite minimally, and they're gonna, prices are gonna go up on everything, but they're not going to be paying like the 125 or 150% tariff. MuniMade, on the other hand, is a small business that sells diamond paintings. Yes, they do the trays, but their bread and butter is really their diamond paintings. So certainly, if you can, go check out their artwork, and if you see a painting that you like, grab it. The problem is that a lot of these small businesses are running low on stock, because a lot of people have said, I want to help these small businesses. What can I do? Let me buy something. And that is amazing. If you find something you like and you're able to purchase it, absolutely 100% do that. If you don't see anything that you like, pretty much, maybe not Susie's, but I know Crashly and I know MuniMade. I know Etsy, you can get gift cards. MuniMade has gift cards. Crashly has gift cards. A lot of these small businesses have gift card options. They're a great way to support businesses, because basically you're giving them operating capital, okay, and money that they can use to keep the lights on until things go back to somewhat normal. That's also a great way. Like, I know some people who, like they like DAC paintings, but as you know, they can be $75 to $100 sometimes. and they just don't have that type of money to drop all at once. They will buy a gift certificate or a gift card every payday, maybe 10 bucks, whatever they can spare, just so that they have this money set aside. And then once they have enough, they're able to buy a painting. So definitely go and check out the gift card options. They make great gifts to fellow diamond painters. But of course, once things go back to normal and folks, and I shouldn't even say back to normal, once things are understood and solidified as to how this stuff is going to work, because they're sort of making this up on the fly as they go. Once they have an idea and they're able to restock a little bit or start offering items shipped in from China again, you can go ahead and redeem those gift cards. The one thing I just want to say, and this is not about any of these businesses, but just as a consumer, just know that obviously if you buy a gift card and company B decides to go out of business, you're stuck holding a gift card that's not worth anything. So what I like about a company like Munimade is that if you don't get a painting, you can get a tray. And or some of the other accessories that she may have on the site. So you have other vehicles. I know that there are some diamond painting vendors, Enablers Outpost, Jaded Gem Shop. They have diamond paintings, but then they also have pens, they have drills, they have tack, they have other products. So if worse comes to worse, if they're like, we cannot get another diamond painting, we have a problem here, you can at least go ahead and get some of their other items, or certainly talk to them before they unfortunately may need to close or whatnot, and see if you could recoup your money. But that's not going to happen to any of these businesses, because we are doing our share to keep these places around. Because let's face it, think of the diamond painting companies that have closed over the past year. Some of them have been heavily relied upon by folks in the diamond painting community, and we really feel it when they're gone. What's left is really the cream of the crop. We need to keep these folks around. So do what you can, whether it's financial, emotional, whatever the case may be. If you're a creator, invite them onto your videos, whatnot, and have a conversation with them. What is your understanding? What are you guys doing about the tariff situation? How are you handling it? What can your folks, your supporters do, etc. So yeah, so that's my small shop haul for today. So I'm going to go ahead and box all this stuff up again and put it back to where it needs to go, so that I don't have a big mess at the end of the day. Excuse me, Sammy. I need to set this down here. And I'm going to get back to my J-wall. And this pen may actually fit the J-wall, go with the theme a little bit here. So maybe I'll break this one in, but definitely I'm going to go back to my Ivy's Dazzler. So thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely check out the links below to check out some of these small shops if you haven't done so already. If you have any favorite small shops that you want me to take a look at, definitely post them in the comments. And if it's a shop that I've purchased from before, happy to talk about them. Or even if I haven't, if there's something out there that catches my eyes, I'm certainly happy to go ahead and grab it and give a little review of it. So I hope everyone's doing well. And remember, there is no wrong way to diamond paint. So you want to buy release papers, you want to buy from vendors, you want to buy gift cards, whatever it is, or you just want to send that email to say, hello, hope you are well, I'm here, we support you. That really is going to make all the difference. So don't let anyone tell you how to diamond paint or to act as a diamond painting community citizen. Thanks everybody. Have a good one. I will talk to you next time. We are Speaking of Diamonds. Bye-bye.